A pleasant evening, fellow passionate citizens. Welcome back to The Real Picture, a recent occurrence that affected India and its dear citizens. The Vetlapalem factory blast, a tragedy that shook Andhra Pradesh. Let's delve into the matter. On an ordinary day in a small town in Andhra Pradesh, workers walked into a factory expecting nothing more than a routine shift. But within seconds, a massive explosion tore through the building, sending shockwaves across the town. Flames rose into the sky. Screams echoed through the streets. Families waited in fear outside hospitals. What really happened inside the factory that day? Was it an unavoidable accident, or a tragedy waiting to happen? This is the story of the Vetlapalem fireworks factory blast, a disaster that exposed dangerous working conditions and raised serious questions about industrial safety in India. Part 1. The town of Vetlapalem is a small town located in the Prakasam district. The town is known for its small industries, agriculture, and local businesses. Like many towns in India, small-scale manufacturing units operate here, providing employment to hundreds of workers. Among these industries are factories involved in producing fireworks and other explosive materials. These factories are especially active during festive seasons like Diwali, when the demand for fireworks skyrockets. But behind the colorful celebrations lies a dangerous reality. Fireworks manufacturing is one of the most hazardous industries in the country, and safety violations are not uncommon. Part 2. The day of the explosion. The day began like any other. Workers arrived early in the morning and started preparing explosive mixtures used in fireworks production. Inside the factory were several workers, many of them daily wage laborers. Some were experienced workers. Others were relatively new. Around midday, everything changed. A sudden spark, or possibly a chemical reaction, triggered a massive explosion inside the building. Within seconds, the blast shattered walls. Flames engulfed the structure. Thick smoke covered the area. Residents nearby felt the ground shake. The explosion was so powerful that people several streets away rushed outside to see what had happened. Part 3. Chaos and Rescue. As the flames spread rapidly, panic erupted in the surrounding area. Workers trapped inside desperately tried to escape. Some managed to run out of the burning building. Others were not so fortunate. Local residents were among the first responders. Without waiting for official rescue teams, people rushed toward the factory to help the injured. Moments later, firefighters and emergency services arrived. Teams from Andhra Pradesh Fire Services Department began battling the flames. Ambulances rushed victims to nearby hospitals. Many suffered severe burns. Some were in critical condition. Hospitals in nearby towns quickly became crowded with injured workers and worried family members. Part 4. Casualties and Damage. The explosion caused devastating loss. Several workers lost their lives in the blast. Many others suffered life-threatening injuries. The factory itself was almost completely destroyed. The surrounding area also suffered damage due to the shockwave. For the families of the victims, the tragedy was life-changing. Many of the workers were the primary earners in their households. Their loss meant not just emotional pain, but also financial hardship. Part 5. What caused the blast? After the fire was finally brought under control, authorities began investigating the cause of the explosion. Experts believe several factors may have contributed: improper storage of explosive chemicals, poor ventilation inside the factory, unsafe handling practices, and possibly a lack of proper safety equipment. Fireworks manufacturing involves highly volatile substances such as potassium nitrate, sulfur, aluminum powder. If these materials are mishandled, even a small spark can cause a catastrophic explosion. Investigators are also examining whether the factory followed the required safety regulations. Part 6. Safety concerns in fireworks factories. India has one of the largest fireworks industries in the world, but safety concerns have been raised repeatedly. Factories in places like Sivakasi have experienced similar accidents in the past. Experts say many small factories operate with limited safety inspections, outdated infrastructure, overcrowded workspaces. Workers often handle dangerous chemicals with minimal protection. and training programs are sometimes inadequate. Although proper and adequate compensation might be provided, it is still not enough to pay the price of the lives lost. In the end, what I hope to signify is the lack of proper working conditions, and the government has granted permission for such a factory close by residential areas. That's all I hope to convey. That's all for today's video, guys. Let's take a look back once again at